Tundra. Tundra is located in the North and South Poles, along the northern coasts of North America, Asia, and some of Europe. Also, it's located along the border of Greenland, Iceland, and all of Antarctica is considered tundra. The tundra is referred to as frozen prairie, Iceland, not to be confused with the country, and the cold desert. Characteristics of the tundra include extremely cold climate, it's known as the coldest biome, low biotic diversity, simple vegetation structures because the roots can't go deep into the frozen soil, limits of drainage causing bogs, streams, and lakes to form, other ecosystems we've learned about, population oscillations, energy and nutrients in forms of dead organic material because plants and animals decompose at slower rates, and it's very vast. The average winter temperature of the tundra can get as low as negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. The average temperature of the summer is between 34 and 57 degrees Fahrenheit. The lowest the tundra has ever gotten in the winter is a record negative 94 degrees Fahrenheit. The average precipitation is between 15 and 25 centimeters. Of course, this can also depend on which subdivision you're in. Speaking of subdivisions, the different subdivisions of the tundra include the Arctic, which is located in the northern hemisphere, the Alpine, which is located in the mountains, and the Antarctic, which is of course located in the Antarctic and subantarctic islands. Soil. The top layer of the soil is permafrost, which is considered frozen soil. Below is usually gravel and finer materials, also clay, and then at the very bottom, glacial deposits, as you'll see in the diagram. Covering the permafrost is a layer of peat from the dead organisms that are left behind. Animals of the tundra include the musk ox. With 24-inch long hair, it has a woolly undercoat to ward off frost. It looks like a huge dust mop on hooves. And no hooved animal lived as far north as the musk ox. It weighs from 396 to 880 pounds and usually is 7 feet long. Wouldn't want to mess with him. The Arctic fox are usually scavengers who carefully follow polar bears or other predators to feed off their remains. They're 6 to 12 pounds and 10 to 16 inches long. They have long bushy tails that it wraps around itself to keep warm. The harlequin duck is usually colorful, and the female is usually dull. The male obviously is on the left, and the female is on the right. They range from 1 to 1.5 pounds and 1 to 1.5 feet long, and have a wingspan of 2 to 2.3 feet wide. Also, we have the polar bears and the penguins. Can't forget those. Next, we have the plants of the tundra, which include the Arctic moss, which grows in freshwater Arctic lakes and in fens. They're a member of the Siberian tundra biome. The Arctic willow is 15 to 20 centimeters in height, has oval-shaped leaves with pointed tips, and it has a wedge-shaped bottom with little stalks. The bearberry is a low-growing evergreen, and its stem rises 2 to 8 inches off the ground. The flowers have 5 petals, either pale pink or white. And also, we have the pretty yellow tundra flower. It only blooms during the summer, obviously when it's warm. And I just thought it was pretty. The Arctic tundra's growing season is 50 to 60 days. It doesn't have any deep root systems because of the permafrost layer and gravel underlayer. There are 1,700 different types of plants, which include low shrubs, sedges, reindeer moss, and liverwort. There are also only 48 different animal species, which include lemmings, voles, and polar bears. Here are some pictures that you can see of the different species that are in the Arctic tundra. In the alpine tundra, which is located in the mountains with high altitudes and no trees, the trees can't grow since they can't plant roots. It has well-drained soil, and it's also similar to the Arctic. The growing season is 180 days, and summers last longer and days are warmer. The plants include tussock grasses, small-leaf shrubs, and heaths. The animals include pikas, mountain goats, and elk. Here are some pictures of the animals in the alpine tundra. And plants, of course. The Antarctic tundra. Most of the tundra is too moist and too cold to support vegetation, and any of the vegetation that there is lives on the shoreline. There are 300 to 400 lichens, 100 mosses, and 25 different types of liverworts that live in the Antarctic tundra. There are a total of 700 terrestrial and aquatic species that include seals, penguins, and rabbits. The rabbits were put there due to human impact. There are not many mammals due to isolation on the islands and the Antarctic continent. Here are some pictures of the plants and animals in the Antarctic. Human impact includes hunting of endangered species, which has now been stopped, but they have to rebuild the species. Also, global warming, obviously, melting of the ice caps. There's overdevelopment, which due to the more human traffic, humans come and they, like for example, stomp on plants, which then they die and erode away the soil. And then we have oil drilling, which pollutes water, land, air, and the plants and animals are killed off. Pollution, it releases chlorofluorocarbons into the atmosphere, which depletes the ozone layer and lets the UV rays in, which makes everything warmer. And also, we have a cool little video that's kind of strange, but I hope you'll like it.